Hi. So I'm probably not going to talk that long today. I'm having my own things to go through. The other day, whatever, started with this neighbor. It's like living in this weird um, reality, right? But this weird reality brings out what is inside of them. I know I've talked about this before. This is like a purge of all of this yucky stuff inside people that they don't even know it's there, you know? They have no idea how big their ego is or how judgmental they are or the biases that they carry that are creating their decisions about people. So, there's a lot of people who are, this stuff is beginning to come up for them when they recognize it. I mean, she couldn't recognize anything. She was sitting there talking to me like completely saying, what was that? Not condescending, contradicting herself constantly while she was talking to me. And then the hypocrisy, like she didn't recognize it. She's just sitting there, blah, 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 blah. She's not recognizing any of that stuff. I'm seeing it. It's fucking like big highlighter pins going all over everything she's saying to me. It's like, what the hell? How can you say stuff and not even realize, like, you don't notice your foot's in your mouth while you're talking? Because it's like you got two in there to me. And but the weird thing is that I saw that as just kind of being a part of what was going to happen. Like I knew this stuff was going to be happening. I knew people were going to be waking up and they were going to, I guess it's going to be pretty clumsy for them to have to start waking up and realizing stuff. I don't know. But, I knew it was coming. And, in my head, I kept thinking, like, they're going to wake up and then they're going to realize, I'm not these things that they think. And it's not going that way exactly. The universe has its own way of doing things. You're just along for the ride. Like I told you yesterday, hey, we've all come to this place to ride this big wave. And it's a rough one. and that's not even, that's not even acknowledging the real traumas that have been going on. So, this is just like my stuff in my own life or people who I'm around. So everything is on such a much more massive scale that's happening and going to happen. This is just my own things for my own growth, right? Or, my own confirmation or my own, whatever trigger things happen for you, you have to go in and figure out, like, what does this mean? Is this like confirming to me that I'm right? Am I, you know what I mean? Like, I could go over things, but it's so individual. I would just be pulling stuff out of a hat. For me, the stuff that happening with her, it just made, there was a few things like I talked about. It made it clear to me that I knew things inside of me without them being spoken. I can see how this biased, stereotypical agenda narrative is such bullshit and how it affects so many people, and the people don't even have any realization. That kind of stuff just really confirmed to me about that. And it was 10:10, by the way. I just didn't say it. Now it's 10:11, but yeah, when I looked over there, it was 10:10. Right when I was saying something, I was like, okay, confirmation. So, anyways, the stuff that I was getting from that, but it's gotten bigger, of course. because it's weird. Last week I was watching the tarot thing, right? And this is always the worst to me, as like I can remember little bits and pieces, like I can't remember details and like where I saw something, how I saw it, or whatever. But the thing that I remembered was that the person was saying that um, there's about to be something that's going to happen in my life, that it's going to bring to the surface um, someone or some people who have been backstabbing me, lying to me, being fake to my face, and talking about me and stuff like that, right? And when I heard that reading, it was before, I mean, I kind of thought, okay, well, yeah, it must be talking about her because she is that. But then, you know, things happened since then where I was like, oh, yeah, that's got to be it. But now more things have happened with other people that I'm just like, oh my gosh, that reading, when I didn't even know the significance of it, like I just thought, yeah, it's no big deal. Now, the stuff that's coming out and how much more significant, like I see why it made it into my reading for sure, but it was completely unexpected. And in the reading, she even said, like, it can feel, this could end up feeling like a tower moment. You know, and that a tower moment is when just everything just comes crashing down. Like, you just see something that is just, it, you know, and you have to process it. You have to heal from it or whatever. And when this stuff happens, you don't necessarily know exactly what it is you're supposed to heal. And so I talked to a couple people this morning, and it's like I am trying to get insight on myself. Is there something I'm not seeing about myself? Like, am I doing something? Like, this is weird. You know, the only thing I'm doing is being myself, and it's so triggering. I mean, people don't want you to be yourself. They don't want you to, I mean, there's certain people who want you just to shut up. Don't talk about stuff, you know. You're a crazy person. Don't talk about things that are real to you. Let's just talk about this fake world and pretend it's real. It's like, I can't do that. I've already moved out of that. I can't pretend it's real. And I can't pretend I'm not myself. I can't change myself anymore to fit into what someone else wants me to be. That was who I was before. But now I'm empowered, and I can't go back and be something to please you. I can't say things that are not true to my heart just to make you happy. That's not being authentic. That's not being real. You know, sometimes you just have to accept, even people that you really, really love, that you super care about, that, you know, they're really, really important to you. You can't change yourself to make them happy. If they can't accept you for who you are, that's on them. And there's, you know, relationships that we all just have to let go of, no matter how painful it is. It's just, you know, I that's just apparently part of what is going on. You know, and to me, you know, I don't know if this is going to be some split. And you know, like the visions that they've given me and stuff, I can understand a lot of the stuff, but some of the stuff that I've heard from other people, you know, and I know I've talked about it before, like people are saying about the pole shift, and, you know, we're about to flip, and that's the going right side up from the upside down, the two split, and we're going to go into one earth that's one way, and this other earth is going to continue this, play this out longer, this, you know, civil war, you know, these people are bad, these people are good, bullshit. You know, I don't know. I mean, I felt desperate for a while that I needed to wake up people that I cared about, feeling like, you know, if it's going to split, they need to know what's going on. And, oh, that didn't go over well. Fuck. I'm surprised I'm not in a mental institute from some of these people's attitude towards me. But I guess that's the kind of their joy, is to just talk shit about you behind your back. You know, I mean, there's nobody showing up at my door to do a welfare check because I'm so fucking crazy. So, you know, literally it is that, you know, once you, well, this won't be for everybody, because there's going to be a huge group of people that are waking up together. So they won't go through some of these different situations of not being accepted and being judged and being called names and all that stuff. Because once they all realize what's happening, I mean, they're all going to be holding hands. Like, come on, guys, we can get through this. You know, it doesn't matter that we were throwing rocks at these other people that were trying to help us. So, you know, to me, no matter what, if people want to judge you and call you names and be a dick to you, just stay strong in your own self. Know your own, you know, we can't go against our own better judgment, our own brain, our own knowing. We can't go against that. And that's what I was talking about yesterday when I was saying it, you know, that there's a certain group of people that have been, you know, held captive, and they've been forced to go against that, forced in order to survive. So, you know, that's a whole nother reality that's happening that hasn't even, I mean, I think it's kind of secretly going into ours, but it's definitely not, I mean, these ones haven't even merged. This one's coming in and has merged with this group. This group is very, I mean, they're basically clueless about everything in the world, but it's kind of in their personality that they've chosen to be clueless. They want to be distracted. They don't want to think about things. They don't want to be bothered with things. They don't want to hear about anything. They just want to trust the politicians, trust, not God. They don't even believe in God. I don't know one of them that I know of that's still in this deep brainwashed state. I don't know one of them that has any connection to God that they are aware of. I mean, everybody's got it. It's your awareness. You know, everybody is a soul. You know, and going into the whole thing with good and evil and souls and choices and free will and all that stuff, that gets super complicated, and it's I think it's kind of sounds a lot more, it's a lot harder to explain. Like if you're talking to somebody, you can kind of talk about it, you know, but to just sit here and try and tell somebody, well, it's this, this, and this, and this. Like there's a lot of stuff I've tried to make it clear, but, you know, if it's not clear where I think about at this point, I don't know. Stella's definitely having a very emotional bad day as well. It's just it's just like a heavy energy out there, and it's a rough day. And, you know, I just, if you are struggling with having, feeling judged and feeling like people don't understand you and stuff, just, you know, you got to stick to yourself. Don't try and change yourself, because that's going to hurt more. That's going to hurt your soul more, to try and go against yourself and be a fake and a phony to please other people. You know, it makes people not like themselves. That's what makes people drink and do drugs and stuff. It is their own loathing of themselves. You know, like, how many people, think about this. How many times have you seen somebody across the room and they could be, you know, completely unusual looking, but when you look at them, you just see like how beautiful that they look, even with all of the unusual things about their face. But, you know, that's hard for us to do for ourselves. It's hard for us to be able to look at our own selves and see our own beauty and to love and appreciate ourselves and to put ourselves forward first and to say what I feel matters more. I can't worry about what you feel. I have to worry about what I feel. And your feelings shouldn't infringe on my feelings. I should be able to be free and experience my own feelings without them affecting. I knew that was coming. When she gets in these moods, she just is like, now she's got to dig in this toy box. Of course, it's the one right below my feet. It was one of those little ottomans, you know, that has a hidden thing. So she has hidden toys in there. She needs to go in that one. She has a huge basket of toys over there, but no, gotta get in this one. She has an awareness that she is, you know, that I'm talking to something or someone doing something. Oh, the neighbors walked out. The neighbor across the street, that guy, they are nice people. But anyways, and it's weird. Like, why do some people need to have everyone agree with them in order to feel like what they think is valid? It's like, you know, you can go find, you know, a whole group of people that believe with what you believe, but that doesn't mean what you believe is true. That just means you have a group of people that you guys all resonate. You guys are all in alignment. You're all in agreement on something. That doesn't make it fact. You can find as many other groups that see something different. So you can't just sit here and tell somebody that they need to live by what you think and see. And that's one of the things that's happening right now that's so huge, is the group of people who feel like, you know, you keep coming in my lane, and the group of people that are in the back seat reaching over your head to steer, you know, telling you to back the fuck up. You get in the back seat. I'll drive your car for you. You don't know how to get around. I'll take care of it. It's like, this is my life. This is my own existence. This is my own creation. I'll own it. You know, if I mess up, if I fail or whatever, then it's my failures, my accomplishments, my everything. It's not for someone else to ride along in that way, you know. Nobody should be able to tell anyone else. We should just, like, I don't understand why somebody can like have some other opinion about something and you can't just listen. Like, I've listened to what they've said and I don't agree. It doesn't resonate. I have my own resonance. I have my own things that I believe in. And I don't get why that's so offensive to some people. But, you know, anybody who's going through that, just, you know, you gotta, don't bend over because somebody else wants you to. Be true to yourself. Love yourself. See your own beauty, you know, because that's where you're going to find your joy, your inner joy is, you know, all the answers are inside of us. We don't need to go out and have somebody else love us to love ourselves. We just have to recognize our own beauty, our own uniqueness, our own special brand that we're bringing to the planet, you know. And if there's people that don't appreciate it, then, you know, they can go about their business. And you know, I think that this is a transition. You know, it's not going to stay this way. That's the thing. This is just a transition, and it's going to but any of the stuff that's coming up for people, anything that you're triggered by or something, you know, you need to look at it, you need to process it and stuff. And for mine, you know, I was in relationships my whole life that were domineering and bossy. I was told my whole life I was crazy and stuff like that. So these things to be coming up for me now is kind of like a test. Like, am I going to feel beat down by this? Am I going to feel like I need to change to get love? Do I need to make someone else happy so that I can be loved? No. No. You know, I mean, at this point in my life, I don't need something. You know, we all need love, and we all need, you know, to feel close to other human beings. Like, you can't, I mean, they've got those studies that they've proven, you know, if you take two babies and you just set one in a crib and never touch it, and you loved the other one, this one over here is going to be sick. They've shown even with the water, you can do those studies with water, and you can sit there and tell the water what a piece of shit it is every day, and you can tell this other water it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, how much you love it and appreciate it. And then you look under the microscope, one looks decrepit and it looks horrible. It looks like disgusting. And then you look on the other one and it looks like beautiful crystals and snowflakes. It's really, really beautiful. If you haven't seen those studies, look them up. There's a bunch about this, the frequency of water, but it is, you know, these things are real. These aren't, you know, just in our head. And you know, we do need other human beings, but we don't need them so much like that we need to change ourselves. We can find joy, you know, with ourselves. That's one thing also, being in this quarantine and being isolated for so long, with just, you know, me and my dog going through big things too. Having, you know, a dog that I had for 11 or it was almost 12 years, die. It's slow death too. And, you know, I had to go through that by myself. Not only that, I had to be judged through it. Oh, stuff that some people say, I think that people don't even think, you know, and I know that, you know, having a brain injury, I'll say stuff, but, you know, I'll say the truth. And, you know, maybe that is their truth, and, you know, maybe they think it is, you know, I'm being punished because I didn't love Winston enough. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I say stuff like that. I think, you know, if you borrow something from me and then you let your child play with it, and then you want to turn around and say, oh, well, my child broke it. Well, then that's you. You're irresponsible. You don't borrow something from somebody and then let your kids play with it. That's so irresponsible. Just like, turn it around. How would you feel if that was the other way around? Which, by the way, in this scenario over here, the now suddenly they've got this whole big lock on the gate. Well, I thought the gate wasn't a problem. I mean, you're ready to, who knows what in her mind she's got planned for me. I mean, they're covering their window. I bet you this weekend there's going to be something built between our houses. But, you know, suddenly you're locking your gate. Well, I thought your gate wasn't a problem at all. You know, and this, that's the thing, is like, people are just not making sense. I mean, you're willing to go Hatfields and McCoys with your neighbor because they say your gate's open, and I don't want my dog to get out. Freak the fuck out on somebody, and then go fix your gate. It's like, what? That's why, you know, don't try and change yourself for other people. There's a lot of people who just make no sense at all. I don't know how that, if they even are making sense to themselves. I don't know how, because I think that, you know, 1 and 1 makes 2. 1 and 2 doesn't make 13. Oh, this is just like wacky world. I keep seeing people, you know, talking about Clown World, and I saw that guy who did that song, Clown World, and it is, It was such a true song. It was really good. I don't know who that guy was. He sounds kind of like Macklemore, but I really like the song. I think his name's Tom or something. But that is a thing. I mean, everybody is recognizing this is clown world. It's ridiculous. Next week, I am gonna go on a little trip. Go over and see some of my grandkids. You know, who knows if I get to see them all. But I'm gonna go see a couple, see my mom, and get Stella out of the house before she goes crazy. She's so sad. This makes me feel bad. Anyways, I can't remember what else I was going to talk about. I'm probably just totally skipping around. I really do feel like I'm now kind of overwhelmed by how much deceitful behavior is coming towards me. So, you know, it does affect like your brain and your emotions and stuff. And that's why it's best not to react when you are emotional. That's why it's best, even if you're arguing with somebody, walk away until you feel calm and you make sense and you can really make your points. Because it does, in arguments, it just comes this back and forth. Nobody's even listening. It's just, you know, they're saying something and you're already thinking of your comeback. You haven't listened to a word they've said. And nothing's being solved. Just a lot of mean stuff is said. And, you know, I'm not going to do that with people anymore. You know, I've spent a lot of time in a lot of bad relationships trying to get them to see things in a reasonable way. And people can't. When they are in this lower chakra, unhealed consciousness, they can't see stuff. They just can't. They can't understand it. You're talking a different language to them. They don't understand things. They don't see things. And that's what this manipulation is so horrible about the crimes against humanity, because they are doing it in a way that is brainwashing, or actually brainwashing people. So yeah, and it's all, I mean, we're at the precipice. This is about to be big change, real big change. And everything is about to just, you know, that piece in the Jenga game is about to just make it all go down. And things are going to start happening really fast. There's going to be so much hitting people at once. I think that most of the people who are in the more aware state of consciousness, you know, they may not have healed everything, but at least, you know, they have an awareness of stuff is going on around them. There's still going to be a lot of people that have a lot of stuff to heal, even those people, because there's a lot of paradigms that they're still holding on to. And I have not been able to come up with one paradigm so far in my head that I think, oh yeah, we'll keep that one. I can't think of any. I mean, I think this is a total reset on life as a human being, life as an earthling, life on planet Earth. This is a reset on the whole shebang. So everything is about to be changing, and, you know, we're only getting started on that. This is just everything coming to the surface, so we see it. This is the exposing part. This is to see what's out there. And there's a lot of people that their awareness just, they have no awareness of what's going on at all. They just don't know. So there's a bunch of reflection. I wonder when it shows, if it's going to show reflection. It's like when I look at my phone, I see I don't know, like a bunch of stuff that isn't there. I don't know, I've never had this much stuff be in the way. So I just say, you know, that when you have your triggers, you know, to take time to yourself, try and really understand, you know, because there is always a balance. There isn't just like, oh, they're totally wrong, I'm always right. that's that's not that's not accurate. You know, that you are going to be right for yourself. So you have what is right for you doesn't have to be right for them. And you can just own your own right, your own reality of what is real, and live by that. You don't have to get anyone else to agree with it. So, you know, I'm not going to change. I'm going to, you know, continue just being myself and doing my own thing. And, you know, if people don't like me, then, you know, I can't do anything about that. And that's what I would advise you to do too, is, you know, if you're feeling judged and misunderstood, you know, just don't feel like you need to be understood to be accepted. Just accept yourself, even when other people don't understand you. And, you know, this is a hard time for people to go through, because there's so much stuff to try and begin understanding and looking at it on a new level. And that some of the things that, you know, I'm only touching on it. You know, I'll talk more about it, I'm sure, as this time keeps going on, because stuff keeps coming up. And then I can talk about it, and then when somebody else listens to it, then hopefully it can help them with their own things that are happening with them, or a way of looking at something. So, and my voice is getting so, my throat has been just dry and scratchy today. Anyways, I just keep on talking. Hopefully somebody gets something out of what I'm saying. But, you know, this is chronicling what's going on. And, you know, just remember, you love yourself. You don't have to be accepted by other people to have value. You don't have to be admired by other people. You don't have to, you know, just love yourself. Love yourself. And when things are confusing and you don't understand, and just, you know, take that time for yourself. Go in and connect. Listen to your own messages coming in. Look for your own signs. Acknowledge your signs. Be aware of your signs, because they're all around us. And, you know, this is just a temporary transition. And, you know, things are going to keep being rough for a while. It could get rougher, but there is going to be just such a beautiful thing. Just think of it as, you know, if you were a pioneer and you're in your wagon train and you're leaving the East Coast and you just have hopes of such a better future, and you're headed that way to the west, and all of the mountains, the rugged terrain that you have to get over to get to that part, and then you get to the ocean and you look out and you see the sun setting and how beautiful it is. That's the magic. You know, we're in the part where we're going across the rough terrain, but we're all going to be looking at that beautiful sunset, and it's not going to be that much further. You know, it's going to start coming a lot faster. And, you know, this is just this transition part, and this, you know, experiencing these people coming out of this brainwashing and just their unstable behavior. You know, that's just going to be part of what's going on for a while. So anyways, just know that there's other people that are like you. There's other people who see it, have awareness, and, you know, even if we're not together in spirit, we're all together. So, you know, just stay positive and everything's going to get better. Okay, have a great day. Love you.